Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a review on some makeup items that I picked up from Savers. So for my South African audience, Savers is just like a discount store, I guess, and they sell mostly like Clicks, toiletries and cleaning stuff, something along that lines, and everything is discounted. If you'd like to see what I got, please like, subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications to get more content just like this. But without further ado, let's get into it. So as you can see, I've already done my foundation and primer and also primed my eyelids and eyebrows. We're going to start today with the face products, although we don't know the eyeshadow and the consistency, but we're gonna just start with face products again today. The first item I got was this Sun-Kissed bronzer palette, and it is just matte bronzer infused with minerals. The packaging is just cardboard and it has a mirror inside, and then we have two pans and a plastic covering it for hygiene purposes, I guess. And then inside, that is what it looks like. There's a darker bronzer and a lighter one. The dark one is called Sunset Hour and the lighter one is called Sunrise. Naturally, we're going to use the darker one. So I'm just going to pick up a brush. There's a bit of fallout. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a bit of fallout, but nothing too crazy. And we're just going to apply that to the cheekbones like always. Don't know if that's doing anything. The other cheekbone. I really actually do like that. The shade is not too dark. The consistency is quite soft, but the shade isn't very orange, which is pretty good, I think, for my skin tone. And as you can see, I have a bit of an orange undertone with my foundation, but I think that's pretty good. This one was £1, I think, or £1.99, somewhere around there, but it was really cheap. Next we got a blush palette, which is the exact same as the bronzer, called Rose Quartz Blusher, and blusher infused with minerals. And again, we have a mirror and cardboard packaging and the hygienic covering on there. Inside we have 3 shades, and it feels quite nice, I think, but it is kind of powdery. We'll just do some swatches on that so we can pick a color, and that is what that looks like. I think I'm leaning more towards this middle one over here, and that is called Pink Solitaire. The lighter one up here is called Lush Blush, and the darker one is called Rubylicious. I think these two are best suited for me. That one's a bit light. Picking up a blush brush, and we'll dip into that middle shade, and just on the cheekbones. I really do like that shade, but we'll see if it lasts. I really do like that, and it doesn't have any shimmer in it, so it's a nice matte finish. I think I might just take some of that darker shade and we'll just put it on the apples, and then just buffing that out. Again, this palette was £1.99, and I think it's really worth it. We'll see if it lasts, like I said, but I'll keep you updated about that. Next we're gonna move on to the eyes. So the palette I chose, they had a few options, but this one, I don't know what it was about it, but it just called to me. It's called Bombshell, and it's GWA, Girls with Attitude. It kind of looks like what you'd get at Chinatown. I know it sounds bad, but yeah. It was £2 for this palette, and again it has one of these hygiene strips on it. It is again just made out of cardboard with like a nice gold detail, and we have a mirror and then 12 shades. I'm leaning towards doing a nice pink look because of the blush. So I'm just going to do a couple of swatches just so we can see what the consistency is like and the opacity of the colors. So let's start with the shimmers. I will just do 2 of those. It doesn't feel too bad. It feels a bit rubbery. And let's do these two. It's not too bad. I mean, these two are a little bit sheer, but not bad. So inside you get a little applicator as well, and like I said in a previous video, I really love this sponge applicator. To start off with, I think we're just gonna dip into this brown shade over here, just picking that up on a fluffy brush, tapping off the excess, and I'm gonna start on this eye today, and just pushing that into that brow bone over there, and blending that into the crease. And then as usual, just blending that outwards once there's a little bit less on the brush. So again, I've just dipped into the pan once, and the color payoff seems to be really good, but we'll see if we lose that color once we layer up the product. I think that's pretty good actually. The next color we're gonna dip into is this purpley shade over here. Don't know what to call that color. I'm not very good at naming colors unless they're like exact colors. And we're just going to place that on the outer corner and blending that into the crease again, and just buffing that color out. My one eye is much more hooded than the other, so it always ends up looking different, and it looks like I have problems with symmetry, but it's not that bad. So I'm just blending that into the inner corner over there and trying to keep the lid free. I think we're just gonna try and darken up that outer corner again. Actually, there's not much fallout at all. I think that color is layered up really nice, so you can still see the brown over there. There's a big color selection. I remember having one of these when I was in high school, and I think my mom still has it. Not this exact palette, but similar. There were more different colors though, like greens and blues and purples, and I think it was like 20 rand. I'm gonna just take the same brush and dip into this brown shade over here just to darken up that outer corner again. So we're just gonna do it mostly along the lash line over here, not taking it that far out. So just in that outer corner over there, just to add a little bit of dimension. Next we're gonna dip into this peachy pink shade over here, and we're just gonna pick that up on a flat brush, spraying it with some setting spray first. And that we're going to place in the middle of the eye. It isn't exactly the shimmer I thought it was going to be. That one's not that great, I'm going to be honest. I think we might top it with another shimmer, and we're going to dip into this one over here with a sponge applicator, again just spraying it with some setting spray, and we're just going to top that pink shade with this glitter just to make it a little bit more prominent. Oh, we're having lots of fallout from that. I honestly don't know what to say about that. It's not that great, to be honest, as you can see. Not sure about that. For the middle of the eye, or the inner corner, we're going to pick up some of this purple shade over here. Oh, that's much better. So I guess you can't layer those two shimmers together. That's much better. I don't know if I like this. The shadow is not, the mattes aren't terrible, but I don't know if I really like the shimmers, to be honest. Let me put some liquid liner on and complete the other eye, and we'll come back and move on. Okay guys, so I just did my other eye and I applied some liquid liner and some mascara. I made a little bit of a mess, but we will buff that out after. So next we're gonna move on to this highlight, and it's again by Sunkissed, so the same as the blusher and the bronzer. Yeah, it is called Butter Glow Velvet Highlight. That is what it looks like inside. So a nice little shimmer. We'll see how that transfers onto the face. I'm just going to use a fan brush for this. We'll place that right on the high points of the face. It's actually not picking up. Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, I really, really like that. It's not as intense as the MUA one, but it still looks really, really nice. Oh, I really like that. I'm currently obsessed with highlighters, as you can tell. Just down the center of the nose. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's really, really nice. I probably had it too much, but oh, it looks really good. Really, really like that. Would recommend. I think this was £2. Definitely would recommend. As you can see, I also just did my under eyes and I just used the brown and the purple. But altogether, that looks amazing. So the last product I picked up was this Lips to Go by Profusion, and it really did grab my attention. So there's a matte lip liner, a matte lip cream, and a lip topper which has a shimmer. I've been really, really excited to use this, I won't lie. That is what that looks like. It's a wind up. It just glides on. That feels really, really nice. It actually feels like a lipstick, to be honest. And again, by Profusion. The applicator of the lip gloss just came loose, as you can see. So, oh, I guess that's not a good thing for Profusion. So I just pulled that out, and like I said, it broke, and I'm too scared to put it back in because we might not get it out again. So I'm just going to use what's on the applicator now. Sorry, my mirror's here. And we're just gonna fill the lips with that. There's a slight color difference between the liner and the cream. Okay, I just dipped it in the tip. It feels really nice, and I really do like this color. I don't know if it suits me. So I'm just gonna let the lips dry down slightly, and then we'll apply the topper. The lips have been drying for about a minute or so, and it's still a bit wet, as you can see. I hope it's not one of those powdery ones, because I absolutely hate the texture of those. It is slightly sticky, but I think that's enough for us to just add the topper on. It's just called a sparkling lip topper. The applicator is exactly the same, and we're just gonna... I thought it was going to be more like a glossy texture. It's really thick. I don't really like the glitter topper. I think maybe if I wore it by itself it would be a little bit better, but no, not for me. Anyway guys, let me just remove my headband and we'll do the final look and final thought. Okay guys, so this is our final look from our Savers makeup haul. So final thoughts, we'll start off with what I did like. These three I would definitely recommend. The bronzer, the blush, and the highlight. Really, really enjoyed the highlight. It's so subtle and it's got like a nice gold shift to it, and I think it just ties in really well with the blush and the bronzer too. I guess because they're all by the same brand, the formulas are quite similar and they're really, really good actually. And for each of these I think it was £2 each, if I'm not mistaken. So they're really, really, really worth it. The shadow palette, I mean, the look doesn't look terrible. Like I said, the blendability wasn't really bad, but the shimmers and the toppers, I didn't really enjoy them, to be honest. So this was also £2 and I would not recommend it. The lip products, I really did like the matte lip cream and the lip liner. They're really, really good, especially that lip liner. It feels really nice. The shades are slightly different though, so I'm not sure, but I mean, you could just fill the lips with a liner and it would look pretty good. The topper, as I said, I don't really like it, that it's too shimmery for me, but it ties in really, really well with the look, I think. So yeah, I did really enjoy using everything. I was most excited for the lip products, but slightly disappointed me, but the other face products were really, really nice. I don't know if it's showing on camera, but that highlight is really nice. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to everybody who has already subscribed, and please like, share, and click the bell icon. The T's and C's for our giveaway are still downstairs, or down in the description box, so please go ahead and enter. Yeah, that's it from me, guys. Have a great evening. Bye. These my dollars make it hurt.